How many people love to travel? Have you had the opportunity to take a cruise?
No.
Great. It's very important that people take time away from work. Medical research has shown that if you take time away from work, it helps reduce your stress level and lower your blood pressure. I don't know about you, but that sounds a lot better than the exercise that most doctors recommend. Travel is my passion and my hobby. Spending winters in Minnesota, you find that you need the time to get away, relax, and just get away from the cold. I didn't start traveling a lot as a child, but there was a couple trips that I took that were very memorable. When I was 8 years old, I went to Florida with my grandparents and my sister. Had a lot of memories from that trip. It was the first time that I was in an airplane, and we also got to spend some time with our grandparents. Being a grandchild with 20 of their grandchildren, you didn't get a lot of alone time, so it was a very special time for us. I think that's when my love of traveling and experiencing new things really started. During that trip, we got to experience a lot of new things that we didn't get to do in Minnesota. We visited SeaWorld and Disney World. Second trip I took as a child, we went back to Florida. This time we drove to Florida. I quickly realized that I prefer to fly. Spending 2 days in a car with 3 children was very stressful. It wasn't quite as exciting getting to Disney World as it was when you flew there. That trip we got to spend time with some extended family and see their lifestyle and how that differed from living in Minnesota. They lived in a small farm out in the country, raised chickens, a little bit different than living right outside of Minneapolis. We also saw some different attractions. We saw some attractions like Gator World and Cactus World. Not sure if you guys have seen those, but those were pretty exciting when you were a child. As a young adult, I started doing a little bit more traveling. So at the age of 18, I took spring break, went to Daytona Beach, Florida. This trip I planned entirely by myself. I used the money that I saved from my part-time job. Really made me feel, I think, responsible and grown up. I was able to do it all on my own. It was the first time that I left home. I was all by myself. It's kind of like a bird leaving the nest for the first time, that freedom that you get. I mean, it was an amazing experience. I got to meet a lot of new friends, got to visit with some friends from high school. I went to Disney World again, and then got to visit the ocean. It was the first time that I really got to spend a lot of time on the beach and the ocean. And when I first saw that ocean, it took my breath away. It was just amazing. At 21, I took another trip. We went to Las Vegas. A lot of hype over Las Vegas and the nightlife and the lights, all the crowds. So we went to Las Vegas. That was a fun experience as well. Got to visit some shows and do a little bit of gambling. So again, it gave us the opportunity to get away from home and do things differently that I wasn't doing here at home. As an adult, then I really started to travel more. I was able to afford it a little bit more and really started traveling. This is when I got introduced to cruising, which I think is the ultimate vacation. My cruising addiction began in '94 when I took a cruise on the Carnival Festival to celebrate my sister's wedding. There was 10 of us that cruised. We went to the Eastern Caribbean. During this cruise, we had the opportunity to visit the ocean, sit on the beach, tour some islands. When we weren't on the islands, we got to stay in the ship, do some sunbathing, and lay by the pool. Again, got away from work, nothing to worry about, just relax, not a care in the world. My cruising addiction continued in 2002 when I took my 5th cruise. It was a family vacation on the Carnival Triumph. This one was special to me because it was the first time that I got to bring my boys on a vacation. So it was their first time on a trip, the first time to see the ocean, and their first time out of the United States. So it's a great family vacation with a lot of memories. And we still look back and talk about that today. After my 15th cruise, my cruising addiction became more apparent. I went on the Carnival Valor with my boys, and I actually met my husband on this ship. It was his first cruise that he had ever taken, my boys' 6th cruise. Spent a lot of time together during that week and really realized that we shared the love of the ocean and the beach. 2 months later, we planned another cruise on the Carnival Liberty, where we met some great people from Michigan and New York and built some long-lasting memories with those people as well. So my passion for vacationing and cruising really comes from my love of the ocean, the sun, and the beach. I've taken 36 cruises, visited 60 ports. I have 5 cruises booked for the year 2015, my next one being February 20th of this year. And for me, it's just an opportunity to get away, relax, and catch your breath, and not have a care in the world. So if you've never had the opportunity to cruise and you want to relax and just get away and enjoy yourself, find your me time, I suggest taking a cruise in the very near future.